Dr. Phil Live is a comedy show you cannot miss. It's happening tonight at Heinz Hall, and I got Adam Ray, the man behind the balding cap. Adam, for those who might not be familiar, how'd this Dr. Phil impersonation or persona come to be?
So, let's see. I was sitting around and was like, all right, I would love to impersonate Sally Jesse Raphael, but I don't have the figure. And then thought about doing Montel Williams, but don't have the feet. He's got big feet and big hands, and I'm sure it's appropriately distributed in other areas. And so I thought, there's a guy that is just likable enough and just abrasive enough that people, kind of relate to. Honestly, I was doing this like self-produced pilot, and I was in a fat suit and bald, and a friend of mine said, "You look like Dr. Phil." So I went to the Laugh Factory that night to do a set, and it went all right. And then COVID hit, and I started messing around and doing these like lost Dr. Phil episodes with a buddy of mine. And then when COVID resumed, and then the actor strike hit, and it was like, all right, just need to continue to create my own opportunities here and find things to keep myself busy and creatively fulfilled. And I always want to do a live stage show that wasn't, my stand-up that I've been doing for 18 years. So I was like, maybe do a late night version of Dr. Phil, whatever that is, a monologue, some crowd work, a guest. Bill Burr did the first one. It went great. And then we did another one, and then we had Jelly Roll, and then Nikki Glazer, and then Matt Rife, and then it just took off. And then Dr. Phil himself did the Netflix special. And then we started doing it on the road, and now we're going to be at Heinz Hall on the 19th at 8 p.m. with a wild lineup. I mean, that's what's really cool about doing the show on the road is we've been able to, through my relationships, fly out and get some pretty cool people to be on the show. And, the show sells without the guests being announced. So every guest is a surprise on top of the whole show being, a surprise because the whole show's unscripted. So 8 p.m. to Heinz Hall, the ketchup factory of the world.
All huge names in comedy along with yours. And you mentioned that tonight's show will have big names Pittsburghers are going to love. So I'm not going to ask you what people can expect. Like, no spoilers. Just people need to get their tickets right now. Show is at Heinz Hall tonight, PittsburghSymphony.org. Adam, is this solely Dr. Phil, or are we getting a teaser of another character?
No, for now it's just going to be Dr. Phil, and then when we wrap this up in August, then I'll just go back to my regular stand-up, and we're trying to make a couple of TV shows too. So that's where I'm going to shift my focus. But with this show, it'll be about 2+ hours of just kind of unhinged chaos, and I'd say get your drinks in before so you don't have to like get up and leave much, because with the fourth wall being broken during the show, it's like you never know what's going to happen. I don't even know what's going to happen, aside from kind of having a little bit of a map. But the guests are all big Pittsburgh sports stars and comedians started there, and so if that's any sort of a hint. But it definitely is, it's been one of the cooler things I've done, because the monotony and expected kind of routine that comes with like doing anything in this business, I think gets stale for anyone. So this show has really, given us all an outlet to be a part of something that's only happening, in this moment. And like tonight's show will obviously live on YouTube, but it'll never happen like this way again. So pretty cool.
Dr. Phil Live, get your tickets for tonight. Heinz Hall, PittsburghSymphony.org is where you can get them. Adam, the Dr. Phil Live merch you have is top-notch, sir. Tell me about that.
Sure, yeah. Our merch, definitely credit my wife for stepping up the merch game. She was like, "Babe, we got to get better, softer hoodies. People want to sleep and be in baggy, big hoodies. And even if they get divorced in their hoodie, at least like they'll feel they'll be comfortable when their life is, ruined." And so I definitely wanted to have stuff that people like wanted to buy. So upping the quality really helps. And we just went simple with like a couple silhouettes of Dr. Phil, me as Phil, one with the two middle fingers and one just a straight face. But they sell like hotcakes, so they'll definitely be available to buy at the venue, but also you can get them online.
Heinz Hall tonight. Don't miss Adam Ray, Dr. Phil Live. He's got 10 million views online and counting. Adam Ray comedy across socials. That Netflix special, Dr. Phil Unleashed, is something you need to add to your queue. But before you do that, go and check out the show tonight. Get some merch before or after the show. Thanks for your time, Adam. We'll see you tonight.
I appreciate it, Monica.
Dr. Phil Live, PittsburghSymphony.org for tickets.